Hi, I'm the Visual Gamer. Welcome. We are looking at a game called Sombre. This is by Introversion Software. Now, I've been following Introversion since the early days of Uplink and Darwinia and all sorts of Multiwinia, and then, of course, the very famous Prison Architect. This is their latest game. It's a take on a walking adventure. But instead of a flashlight, you have a scanner which scatters particles and they land on the surfaces around you. So that's how you see how you navigate through. It's quite an interesting premise. It just released today. So let's have a look and see what Sombre is all about. It's very dark. So it's a VR helmet and a scanner. Prototype installed. Scanner. Hold left mouse button to fire the scanner. Okay. Ooh, it's weird. I don't think this is a this is a title designed for VR because the walking mechanics, unless they change those to teleport. Because walking in VR when you're not walking within VR when you're not actually physically walking yourself creates a huge feeling of nausea in most people. So they've had to figure out ways around that. Oop. There's a solid surface. So blue is far away, red is close. So stuff, yes. So you see how the stuff, that pillar there, turns to red as I get closer to it. And it's quite... It's an easy way to actually make a game because you're not having to texture at all. All it is objects. So there's no backstory, nothing to explain what I'm doing in this cave. So I don't think this is early access. This is the finished article. Nobody has been as deep as this for thousands of years. I was utterly alone. No call for help would ever reach the surface. My friends all told me I was crazy. My wife couldn't understand my obsession. So we're getting some backstory now. But I had to know if the myths were true. Oh wow, that is pretty. That's everywhere I've been. That does look very pretty. It's actually surprisingly easy to find your way around. The colouring really does work to give you depth perception. Oh, what's that? I wonder what happens if we just keep on... See whether this work. Oh, what's that? See whether this works as a game is yet to reveal itself. Ah, so these are particle laser standing lasers, which are mapping. How the hell do I get up there? So I just think, wouldn't a torch be easier? Prototype installed. Aperture control. Use the mouse wheel or Q and E to change aperture. Ah, so we can do a finer beam. Or a wide beam. Could this place have ever been older than... I didn't catch that. The resolution was astonishing. Never before had such a powerful geological scanner been available. Ooh. That's so pretty. It's so pretty. As I said, whether this makes a game or not, I don't know. So I saw the tech demo for this probably about a year ago, I guess, and thought, yeah, it's pretty, but user guide, right mouse button or Z to zoom. These are definitely stairs, as opposed to the back on the walkway again. Oh, I'm not making that jump, am I? Yeah, with the friggin' They never did iron out all the glitches. Sometimes you'd see sensor echoes from days earlier. Calibrations turned to ghosts. But even so, I could never explain everything I saw. So I suppose as well, you can never get lost if you are mapping caves like this. You can never get lost because you just need to turn around and look where you've been. Whereas a torch wouldn't offer that, would it? It's like the diver reel. If you don't know what a diver reel is, it's divers when they're going into caves that aren't just straight caves. They would attach a reel, the end of a reel, to the outside of the cave, and it would be attached to their belt. So when they dive, and then they're going in, it leaves a string behind. Yeah, the old breadcrumb, Hansel and Gretel breadcrumb type of thing. Whoa! So nearly fell off the edge there. I'm gonna map this edge properly. See, my other concern is the further we get in, the more dots we make. Is there a performance issue here? Yeah, is it going to start slowing down? Particularly, probably not on my machine, because my machine's quite a... Oh, shit in hell this is. My machine's quite a beast. But it's nowhere near a brand new liquid cooled machine, you know. Whoa. But on someone's older machine that's sort of due an upgrade, is this going to start crawling after a while? Is the frame rate going to start tanking? I'm sure they... Oh shit, nearly fell off then. Going to be the best place for me to jump across, I think. Hey! So I'm wondering as well with this you know, this sort of game, did they... Oh crap, fell. Oh, crunchy bones. I hope we don't go back to the start. Yeah. I'm wondering if they sort of came up with the technology and then put a game around it, you know. Which I don't think that's particularly the best way, probably, to actually make a game, you know. Yeah, oh, let's see what we can make with this, you know. Right, so we're now on the other side of that chasm. Burst scan. Press B to initiate a burst scan. Whoop. Wow. Now, if there's ever a frame rate tanker, that'll be it. Let's see what that looks like in here. Oh, can only, let's see, there's a recharge thing in the bottom left-hand corner, so I can only do a burst scan once that is flashing. Well, you can move during a burst scan, so you could. I'm not sure if I like that. I prefer the scatter mode. Whoa! Now this could be where a burst scan would come in handy. Minute. control. So as well as how long a game can they actually make from this technology. Whoop. Whee! Yeah, because once you're over the initial wow, yeah, the wow factor of it. Right. Burst scan. That's a very deep hole. Eek. The frame rate's still keeping up. I'm not sure if it's actually drawing everything that I've been. I think they've done a drop off. I'm still not convinced that this makes a game. I'm not convinced. Yeah, don't get me wrong, it's pretty. But it's pretty enough. Where can I go from here? I'm going to have to do a leap of faith off there, aren't I? Now that looks like man-made arches. The temple must have been over 1,000 years old. Well, you can tell that just by looking at dots. I knew they existed. I'd searched for the cultists all my life. But to finally see in person, to be the first. I'm going to do a burst scan. Because there's a lot of detail here that I don't think I'm seeing. I'd be interested to actually to read some comments about it. See, let me know what you think of the game from watching it. You know. Ugh. yeah, so just leave me some comments. Let me know what you think of the game. I said, jury's still out with me, I think. So that's definitely man-made. This was where they performed the sacrifices. The more I scanned around the altar, the more it revealed. Burst scan. Is that like walkways? Right. I've run out of time for this episode, so I'm going to leave it there. As I said, let me know what you think. I'm still not sold on the idea. I don't think it's enough to make a game. But then there are these walking exploratory type of games which some people seem to enjoy. I'm not sure if I'm one of them. I think Dear Esther, I just got so bored with the constant trudging. Yeah, it is beautiful, but was it a game? You know. Anyway, I hope you do enjoy that. Please hit that like and subscribe button if you are, and enable those notifications so you get informed of new videos that I put out. And I hope to see you in the next episode. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye bye.